Your fifth grade teachers. We have a very special speaker today. His name is Josh Berger. He comes to us from Pleasanton. And I know Josh, he's a special friend of mine because when I was a vice principal at Amador Valley High School, he was a student at Amador Valley High School, so we spent 4 close years together. And he's a very special young man, and he's going to really blow your mind for I don't know how long he's going to speak, half hour, 45 minutes, Josh? A few minutes? 25 minutes? 25 minutes he's going to talk to you, and I really, really want him to walk away knowing what awesome students we have here at Greenbrook. So let's show him what it's like to be an Eagle and show him our most best behavior, okay? So if you're ready, I'm going to introduce Josh Berger. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Hello. Hi. Wow, very nice. Let me just grab my little prop. How many of you guys are excited that you're back at school? All right, all right. How many of you are excited that it's Friday? Very good, very good. That one always wins. All right. Well, hello, students and parents. Thank you, Greenbrook Elementary, for having me here today. It's a pleasure to be here. In fact, it's a pleasure to be anywhere. You see, I was not supposed to be alive at all. Most people don't notice this, but I have a major birth defect, and try as hard as I can, I'm still a little self-conscious. You see, this pupil, this one right here, is bigger than the other one. Yes, I know. Yes, I was a little self-conscious, but my parents told me not to dwell on what I can't change, but to be thankful for what I do have. You know, like great eyebrows, you know. Before I start my message, I would like to give you a little background story about me, so you can get a better understanding about why I am here. A little over 22 years ago, my mom was pregnant with me. My parents were hoping that I was going to be a girl, since they only had 2 boys. My parents, so during the pregnancy, my parents decided to get a picture of me, an ultrasound, to see how pretty of a girl I was going to be. I know. I'm sure they thought I was going to come out of there with a tiara on my head. Well, they were shocked. Not because I didn't have a tiara, but they found that I was going to be a handsome boy who might be missing bones, might have extra fingers, and a giant head compared to my body. In other words, I look like Jack in the Box. I'm going to be like Jack in the Box. All right. Okay, so the doctors all said I was not going to live because so many things were wrong with me. Then, when I was born alive, the doctor said I was only going to live a few minutes. Maybe I would make it through the night. Well, let's see, I did make it through that night, and then the next night, and then the next night, and maybe 8,000 nights more. It's pretty amazing. So, what is different about me? All right, kids, I want you to repeat this, okay? I have a condition called ATEL osteogenesis syndrome type 3. Anybody want to try? No. Yeah, what about the one in the orange shirt? That's pretty good. That's right. All right, we'll move on. All right, so actually, the doctor's original diagnosis was wrong. My condition is so rare that they had not heard of it before. There might be only 5 to 10 people in the world with what I have. Every bone in my body is misshaped. I'm missing bones in my legs. All my joints are out of place. I can't really bend the fingers in my right hand. Even the bones in my ears don't work right, so I'm deaf without my hearing aids. I was born with a hole on the roof of my mouth. Therefore, I could not swallow for the first year of my life. I cannot stand or walk, so I use this wheelchair. Because I have only one functional lung and a large heart, I'm on oxygen 24/7. I've been hospitalized numerous times. I was died several times. Once I was shaking so violently and turned blue and limp, and my father had to blow air into me. Yuck. Yeah. It was stunk. Tell you what, 2 words, tic-tac. I'm telling you, life has not always been easy. When I was a newborn, the doctor did an MRI, a brain test on me, and said I might have brain damage. But even though I'm a San Francisco Giants fan, I don't think so. All right. How about if you're Warriors fans? You like the Warriors? Yeah? How about Miami Heat? You better say no. All right, good. I like that. I like that. Mixed reactions. Okay, so first I have to decide to deal with the health challenges. I realize that I can't do anything about my twisted body other than tweak my attitude and have fun with it. Hearing aids, I wear them. Medicine, I take them. Now oxygen, that was a big problem. The doctors realized that I was sweating like crazy, even when I was lying still. So at the age of 5, this oxygen thing happened. My parents tell me that I did not like having the oxygen tube on my face. It took some time to get used to. I'm still on oxygen, but now I forget that I'm on oxygen. But here's the catch. The oxygen cord stretches everywhere around my house. I mean, it's like 50 yards long. And I know my family's trying to be careful and all, but someone like my dad always sits on the cord and guess what happens to my face? Just strangling me. It hurts. Do you know how hard it was for me to win a game of hide and seek? Get it, parents? You get it? They would follow the cord. Yeah, I know. And then I got smart. I put the cord in one room and I hit the other room. Okay, so that brings up to me, let me go back. Okay, so that brings you up to speed on me physically. I may be the oldest person in the world with my condition. My future is unknown. But that's the way it is for everyone. So let's move on. Like all these parents in the book you're reading, The Wonder, my parents wanted to put me in elementary school just like everyone else because they wanted me to experience everything that everyone goes through as a child. When I became old enough to realize that I was different, it became very hard thing for me. Not only was I not able to do some things kids my age were doing, but I had to endure the stares. It really annoyed me, like it annoyed Aussies. When I was younger, because it's just not fun being stared at. They weren't staring at me because I was a cool looking dude, but they were staring at me because I was different in every way. Some of the kids were just petrified when they saw me. I remember in 2nd grade realizing that I was different from everyone else. I was frustrated when I couldn't do certain things, like riding a bike, not being able to walk, not being able to hold a pencil right, not being able to wear shoes. And I realized I can never put on shoes because, well, my feet are so deformed. Besides, why would I want to wear shoes? I got a cool wheelchair. Alright, so my frustration turned into anger. I was mad at God. I cried. Why did he do this to me? Why was I different? I felt sorry for myself for several months. The school was scared of me and my new wheelchair. The principal thought that I would run over everyone and thought that every 1st grader was going to grow up with 8 or 9 toes. No way. 7. Just like you, I want to do something with my life, something great. Have you ever been told that you can't do something, anything, because you are different? Well, I have. People have never told me that directly, but I can tell what they're thinking by their expression or by their body language. It hurts. I know this isn't a church, but this is my story and I have to tell you how I get my strength. It's not from long hair like Samson. It's not from steroids. Bad, no steroids. My strength comes from God. I eventually got over my anger by taking my eyes off of me and by putting them on God. Maybe, just maybe, he put me on this earth on purpose like this. Maybe my little body was his gift to me, and what I did with it, and with my life, was my gift back to him. So I decided to go forward instead of looking back. So now I have a secret to tell you. Listen up. Life is precious. Look around you. Look around you. Everyone is different. Some people are taller, some are shorter. Some have dark hair, others curly. Some people can't hear well. Some people wear glasses. Some of us are athletes. Some of us are good students. Some of us are performers. Some of us are shy. Some of us are incredibly good looking like me. And some of us aren't. Who cares? You are wonderful, just like you are. Whenever people are different, and people are always different, someone will make fun of them. Bullying is a serious matter. Why do kids bully other kids? When they see someone different, they just automatically want to tease them. Why? Because if they don't feel good about themselves, then they want to make other kids feel bad too. Alright, so I need 4 volunteers. Okay, well that didn't take long. Okay, I'm gonna do that. 2 girls and 2 boys. How about that? Okay, how about you and the Captain America shirt in the front? Okay, that's Captain America. Is that Captain America?
Sure.
Oh, come on up, come on up. Okay. Alright. How about the one in the giant jersey, the big orange one? And then I'll take an A shirt. You want to come up? I got to get the Bay Area up here. And then, oh wait, I need to go. How'd that happen? All right, I'll get 2 girls. How about that? All right, put your hands down if you're a boy. I need it. All right, come on. How about the one in the pink shirt in the 3rd row? Yep. Come on up. Yeah, come on up. You too. Come on up. Yep. Perfect. All right. I want you guys to grab a piece of paper. Why don't you, a couple of seats on my right side. Okay, go ahead. Grab me. No, that way. Some kids that way, some kids this way. Let's split it out. Even it out. Perfect. Alright, so, I want you kids to crumble the paper up. Okay, now stomp on it. You'll put it on the ground and stomp on it many times. Alright. You guys got it? Okay, now open it up and try to smooth it out. Okay? Try to smooth it out like it's a brand new piece of paper. Okay. So, do you see all the scars that I left behind? All the scars? And you see how dirty it is? I mean, actually it looks pretty clean. Your shoes are clean. Okay, now I want you to say sorry to your paper. You say, I'm sorry. Say a couple times. Okay, perfect. All right, we got it. Okay. So, no matter how many times we try to get rid of the scars, it won't go away. This is what happens when a child bullies another child. They may say they're sorry, but the scars are forever. Don't be a scar giver. Don't be a bully. What we really need to be is kinder, and not just kind. Be kinder than necessary. All right, guys, give them a round of applause for helping out. What a mess. Alright. So, sometimes people are kind to me because they see that I am handicapped. And they think that because I'm handicapped, I miss out on things. Well, that's true. But I also experienced blessings that would not otherwise come my way. How many of you know the foundation called Make-A-Wish Foundation? Okay. Alright, so when I was 10, I was nominated to the Make-A-Wish Foundation for severely ill children. My wish was to meet the president at the White House. Well, it was late summer 2001, and after getting my wish into the pipeline, 9/11 happened. How many of you guys know what 9/11 means? Okay, good. So you know what I'm talking about. So obviously things got a little crazy and the president got really, really busy. So Make-A-Wish asked me for a giveaway. I said, okay, how about we go to Disney World and Disney cruise to the Bahamas? And you know what? We did. It was so cool. So, 2 years later, my mom's best friend's nephew worked at the White House. She was allowed to invite one person to go with him to a very special White House Christmas party. He offered an invitation to me, and of course I said, yes. When I got to the White House, it was so beautiful. It was so Christmassy. They probably had a bunch of 10-foot tall nutcrackers. They were huge. Anyway, there were so many people, important people. Do you realize how hard it was for me to not run over anybody with my 300-pound wheelchair? Oops, sorry about your foot, Mr. President.